What is slowly dying off or disappearing? Fireflies. They mostly rely on the bioluminescence of their fellow species in order to attract for mating. However, due to increasing urbanization, which is also increasing use of artificial lighting, street lamps, their presence are dwindling. Giraffes. They've become an endangered species. I was looking for this comment. I work with two giraffes, a Maasai giraffe and a reticulated giraffe. Both subspecies are endangered. I love them so much. And it's so sad seeing what's happening. They have unique personalities and are generally fun animals to be with. They never fail to make me laugh and or smile when I'm working with them. I really hope I don't end up in a world without them. Or where they're extinct in the wild. Iodine in salt. Seriously. Go to the grocery store and see how many brands of salt show this salt does not provide iodine, a necessary nutrient. Fun fact. A lack of iodine can cause cretinism in babies and children. It's not just an insult. It's an actual devastating medical condition. Coral reefs. Roller skating rinks. Which is so sad because we have one in my town that used to be the life of the party. Every night it was going up. It's huge. It has a 3-story crazy maze too. Everyone had their day parties there. Now it's only open some obscure hours like Wednesdays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Affordable housing for young adults. Edited to add, people who ain't from where I live find the need to tell me I am wrong if I don't look for a home in a larger city. I am from the Netherlands and the last place I would look for to rent a home is from larger cities. I don't like the massive crowds. It makes me really uneasy and I feel the urge to escape from the location. Just got a 1-bedroom 740 square featuring for $1,300 and that's considered cheap. I am in Texas. A 1-bedroom used to be around $700 5 years ago. Edit. I'm in Fort Worth, TX to be exact for those asking. About a 30 minutes drive from Dallas. Affordable housing. Just when I started looking for my first home. Privacy. It's funny that there are so much laws and shit that say they value our privacy while in reality some shit ass Facebook will still steal your data even though that's against your privacy. Family reunions. I was born in 1983 and I can remember going to one every year for both sides of my pop's family and just one side of my mom's. It's definitely a dying tradition since now you can keep up with everyone online. The leading people of your parents' families are probably dead now. So reunions are missing the common attraction. Now you have to wait for someone else to die to see everyone. Physical media. Vinyl sales are still on the up, though. My brain cells. Well, you'll see. Norm. It's like this. A herd of buffalo can only move as fast as the slowest buffalo. And when the herd is hunted, it is the slowest and weakest ones at the back that are killed first. This natural selection is good for the herd as a whole. Because the general speed and health of the whole group keeps improving by the regular killing of the weakest members. In much the same way, the human brain can only operate as fast as the slowest brain cells. Excessive intake of alcohol, as we know, kills brain cells. But naturally it attacks the slowest and weakest brain cells first. In this way, regular consumption of beer eliminates the weaker brain cells, making the brain a faster and more efficient machine. That's why you always feel smarter after a few beers. Cliff Clavin. Bees are dying at an alarming rate. Specifically the niche bees that don't live in hives and don't make honey. Honeybees are wiping them all out through competition. Soon the only bees we will have left will be honeybees. I feel like people who say common sense haven't been paying attention to history much. There's a reason we have a lot of safety rules and advanced medicine. Arcades. But more specifically, arcade games. Now in arcades it's just rigged claw games which only drops a plush if you put enough money in. Sad to see really. However, there is a rise in arcade bars featuring old cabinets, pinball, and newer options. Look at Tilt in Toronto as an example. Free parking. Even the smaller suburbs and their town centers started charging for parking. A town center near me had parking garages with above 30% vacancy on their busy nights. They started charging for parking. And everyone went to a different town center. Malls. E-commerce has been going crazy and COVID I feel was the final nail in the coffin. I saw a shirt for $25 in the mall in a store and saw it for $13.99 on Amazon. It also took a day to have it shipped to me. Interesting. I feel like the malls around me are massive and killing it. My local mall has been getting renovated for like 2 years now. Traditional cable TV. Facebook. Only pages posting memes and videos. Almost no real person still posts what they are up to. There was a recent survey that showed a lot of young people have stopped using Facebook. My hair. Mom and pop businesses. It's ironic. Ask any stupidest politician about that and they will say I support small business mom and pop business, yet they go ahead and fuck them over by giving subsidies to big business, which then uses them to undercut local competition and then raise prices when they're gone. Religion. At least in the U.S. An increasing number of Americans every year declare themselves knowns, atheist or agnostic, etc., according to various Pew Research Center polls. In Spain, a very religious country historically, it is hard to find young people participating actively in religion outside of the most conservative circles. Christmas cards. We used to get and send a ton, and year by year it gets smaller. We kept ours taped to the front door as a kid. The door was usually wallpapered top to bottom. We got one card last year. Attention spans. I realized over the past few weeks how fucked mine is. Watching a 10-minute YouTube video is hard. And I'll shift through songs for ages and listen to the same one obsessively. Can't sit still either. Glaciers and ice caps. I'm from BC, Canada, and I really have noticed the massive mountains don't nearly have as much snow on them as when I was a kid. Small restaurants and cafes. One of my favorite cafes was a victim of the pandemic. It was literally a one-woman operation with cozy seating, which of course wasn't utilized during the pandemic, and had dozens of latte flavors that you could combine to make a bunch of different drinks. I still miss it. World War II veterans. There's estimated to be around 300,000 in the US. Considering that when I was a kid there were still a few World War I veterans shuffling around and I've seen them go extinct. I'll likely live to see the World War II guys die out also. Sobering thought really. When my great-grandfather passed in 2014 at 94. We were holding his funeral on a Monday in January. My grandpa, great-grandpa's son-in-law, who fought in Vietnam, is in a military support biker club. Patriot Guard riders. Tried to get a few people to give my great-grandpa one last salute, but due to the timing we didn't expect many people to show up. Amazingly, dozens of veterans and servicemen showed up to give him a final salute because he was a World War II veteran who fought in Germany. He had a whole 21-gun salute and everything. As sad as his passing was, seeing him be honored that way was beautiful, and I'll always be happy that his service and passing was not in vain. It's sad to know so few remain. I just hope they all get the same final salute as my great-grandfather. They deserve it. Amphibians. It's a worldwide phenomenon. It's because of the chemicals turning the freaking frogs gay. Cars with manual transmissions. Edit. I am referring to the car market in my native country, US. As many of you have pointed out, this isn't necessarily the case elsewhere, at least not yet. Frogs. Bees. Insects. Chain of life species that connect the web. When those pivotal groups go extinct, humanity is fucked. Edit. A great video by Steve Cutts is relevant here. https://youtube. Be clue.